I think I have been thinking too conventionally. Where can I put the shelves? How can I arrange them? But what if I was to break the shelves into sections, run a bridge across it, and then put the other part on top? Me ponders this, me does. Ta-da! Welcome to Max's Models. I'm Max. Well, I broke Godzilla. I'll have to fix that, but this shelf might create a space big enough for the B-25. We'll see. Well, that's enough for cleaning for today. Good heavens, I'm too tired to build. Hey everybody, I got a little bit of work done. Actually, I finished the Domino's race car, the March 88C Indy car, and first thing I did was get the driver's head glued on, and then I fitted the windshield, but made sure not to glue it down because I wanted to get it all decaled first. Of course, you can't move anything around and touch any kind of glue and silver paint without smearing it on the red. That's the law. So once I had the driver in place, everything was nailed down. I got the wheels on it and glued in place. Then it was time to glue the windshield down, and gave that a while to harden, and then came back and started adding the decals. And the typical of an Indy car, there's decals all over it. For the wheels, I used the white marking pencil, to try and chalk in Goodyear Eagles. And the decals are on, and boom, we're pretty much done. They are all individual decals. It would probably been easier if they'd made some of them in the cockpit go in a row, but they didn't. But the decals had to do a little cleaning on them, just, a little older. It picked up some of that kind of brownish sediment. I got it cleaned off of them, though, and managed to get everything on the hot one. And this is my first Indy car. Got to say, fairly impressed with the kit. Not unhappy. Went off, took a bunch of hero photos that I will save for the group build, but probably could have sanded those tires down a little more. It was hard to get rid of that seam in the middle, which is evident by the fact that I never really got rid of it completely. I want to thank everybody for their advice on working on the car. And right now I've gone ahead and put it on display in the house now that I've done with my hero photos. And yeah, it was an interesting build, a lot of fun. Usual issues with the chrome, had to scrape it off areas where the plastic mates. But next thing I'm probably going to get started on, I'm thinking what I need to start studying up. A friend sent me a whole bunch of stuff. I'm working on the wooden ship, the USS Chicago, the cruiser, and I need to start getting all that set up. Also going to keep working on the World War I airplanes. I'm doing a bunch of comparisons. Also got to fix some stuff I broke, like Godzilla. And I made a little diorama with him fighting an oversized Metaluna mutant. Had him, using cotton for his dragon breath, or his radiation breath, but it snapped when I was moving stuff around. Actually, that was about the only thing I broke, which is amazing in its own right. Right now, it's just like he's had too much to drink, and all that implies. Then I'm going to start trying to figure out how to set up the workstation so I can work on the B-25 in stages while also working on other projects. So the three main things I'll have going are the little World War I airplanes that I'm going to build for the comparison videos, and maybe some technique stuff. These are all going to be like the little Revell 172nd kits. And I have some from Academy, and there might be one or two others in the same scale. Maybe compare it to something a little more modern. And then also the B-25, which, like I said, it's going to take a long time. That's going to be the kind of thing you talk about in stages. Kind of like when you have a variety show, that'll be the little standard section. And today's progress on the B-25 was. And then, of course, the same is going to go for the wooden ship, because I've been told that those, even though they're largely pre-carved, you still have to sand them down. And apparently they're the kind of thing, they're kind of slow going. And it's going to be new to me. I'm learning as I go. So there's that. And then I'll also hopefully have some other projects as I proceed. and throw in the occasional quick build. Now, we have a live stream this Saturday night. I really don't know what we're going to talk about. I'll think of something. If you got anything particular you're interested in, let me know. I'll see if I can drum something up. And there are a couple of kits that I've been stumbling on, the stuff I've been learning while I'm doing some of the research for some of these upcoming videos, and a lot of companies I've never heard of. But there's one down in New Zealand called, I believe it's pronounced Kotari or Kotari, and they make mostly 1/32 scale Spitfires and stuff like that. Apparently, I've been told that some of the people that are left over from Wingnut Wings. And apparently I saw some build videos that make some really, really nice stuff. And it would be interesting. I think one of the guys is given an online interview, so it might be interesting if we could get in contact with them and talk about their company. Who knows? Maybe even on a live stream or something like that. That would be wild. And let's see. Man, I don't really think there's anything else right now. The Tarbus is 70% redone now. I mostly got it cleaned up. A few things I still don't have room for. But at least I can walk through the place now. And that's where we're at. I guess at this point, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I'm leaving out. I think we're good. All right, guys. Remember, live stream Saturday night, 7 p.m. Talk to you later. Take care. And as always, model on. And now for a quick build montage.